Okay, so in this video, we're going to be talking about the elements of the face. In order to do this, we're going to be going to Chinese medicine, which has slightly different elements than the one that we just went over in Vedic, okay? So in Chinese medicine, they have water, wood, fire, earth, and metal. Metal is basically your air element, okay? So we are made up of all of the elements, okay? Don't get it twisted. We are made up of all the elements. However, according to our behavioral patterns and our emotional attachments, our faces develop to resemble specific elements that stick out more than others. So it's very subtle, or it may be very dominant. Who knows, depending on who you are. But you can mostly tell by your emotions and motivation. That's how you're going to be able to tell most definitely which elements are playing a more dominant role in your life. Okay? Another word about ethnicity. No matter where you're born, all you have to do is know that there is the way how people normally look wherever you're born from, right? Whatever ethnicity you are, and then from that stems these certain characteristics, okay? So, for example, for earth, they'll say they have full lips, or they'll say that there's like olive tone to wood, you know, that kind of thing. Well, that goes across all borders. It just depends on what's normal, and then there are these other traits that are going to stick out a little bit more than most, okay? So, without further ado, let's take a look at water. So, water is all about being, okay? It's the ability to go with the flow. It's about getting ready for action. Wise use and care of this energy causes regeneration, whereas imbalance causes aging. Now the reason for that is because water is the carrier of Jing, which is our inherited life force. The more we expend this life force, the quicker we age, especially if we don't take time to regenerate it ourselves. Let me show you a little bit. Emotionally, water is responsible for fear, surprise, panic, and terror, which is what? All forms of stress. You ever notice that if you get really stressed out, you look aged? It's because you're spending your Jing, your water element is out of balance. So you need to take time to nurture it and to bring that life energy back into you, and you will regenerate. It corresponds to the action of courage. Isn't that nice? So that's water. Now on the face, the larger or stronger the water features are, the more physical or emotional water strength a person has. The ears most clearly represent the water element. After that, it's the hairline, the upper forehead, okay, the under eye area, the philtrum, and the chin, okay? Let me show you. I'm going to be using a book written by Miss Lillian Bridges. If you want to know about Chinese face reading, look Lillian Bridges up on YouTube. Wow, she's a genius, and it gets really intense and really in-depth, which is awesome. So, there is a stillness in this man's face, along with deep eyes that indicate that he has an abundance of water energy. In addition, the strong upper forehead and chin shows the dominance of his kidneys. Because in like Chinese medicine, like in Vedic, right, the elements relate to organs also. So this is a water face, okay? He's like the kind of guy that, you know, if you're at work and everyone else is talking shit, he's the one that just shows up and doesn't talk shit about anyone and who is just like cool as a cucumber. Yeah, right? That's water. He's like the one guy who's just like always chill. Like the whole world is like burning around him. And he's just like, oh, shit. You know, like just like really nice, really cool. Very water. Now let's break down into wood. So, wood is the element of dynamic change and growth. Forceful, strong, and direct. Wood created the first weapon and symbolizes the warrior. All right? Emotionally, anger. That's wood in balance. Anger. All right? It's also the action or drive. Okay? Very Raja energy, right? Strong wood people love a good fight. They have a conquer the world kind of attitude. The ability to push through obstacles and accomplish goals. Focus. The doing and getting things done. On the face, they're going to have strong eyebrows. Strong eyebrows show how much energy and passion a person has to challenge the world, okay? Brow bones, temple area, the set of the eyes, and the jaw can be evaluated for size and strength. They also have green or olive skin tone. One thing I want you to do is look up a variety of MMA fighters. Look at their jaws. Their jaws are generally bigger. They're like this, right? And that's because of athletic ability or competition. These are very wood characteristics, okay? So this guy is a wood face. This man's strong eyebrows and his direct and focused gaze are strong clues of a wood personality and show his determination and drive that come from a strong liver. This guy looks like a veteran, right? Notice too the hints of green. He's got red, but he's got very dominant green and olive colors, tones going on, right, around his face. So this is a very strong wood personality. Now you might find in yourself that you're a mix of two. As of right now in my life and my behavioral patterns and stuff, the way I shape my face, is that I'm wood and water, okay? I have a lot of those qualities within my face. So within you, you may also have a mix of two of these, okay? You're not gonna probably be directly one or the other, okay? So let's go to fire. Fire is vibrant, magnetic, and alive. It stimulates spirit and excites the mind. Fire enabled a whole new way of eating by cooking foods, right? Fire can be out of control. So someone with a fire imbalance, they may be the person where if they get mad, they throw something, okay? Or they may over-exaggerate something to the point that it may not be what happened at all. They just like made up a story because they got so excited. They're just like, you know, and then it turns into something completely different from what it originally was. They're very flighty, okay? But if it's imbalanced, that fire energy can be tamed in a fireplace or a candle. So we're gonna go deeper into that, okay? So it represents fun and play, adaptable and quick to change. It rules the heart and emotion of excitement. So excitement is often mistranslated as joy, but here's the difference. Excitement is short-lived and it burns out as soon as it loses its source of fuel. So strong fire energy constantly seeks new experiences or contacts. They always have something going on, always. Fire people are very much the community organizers, or they're just like real talkative and flirty and they're like, you know, and they're always like doing shit and stuff like that. That's fire, and it's because they're seeking fuel. So a way to tame that is to have projects that excite you, because you're going to need fuel to support the fire, but also maybe incorporate some wood elements to it that drive and focus, and some earth that will kind of block it a bit at times, right? Again, there's a generative cycle and a degenerative cycle in Chinese medicine. We'll go over that in the end a little bit. But yeah, so fire people always looking for new experiences, always trying to organize shit, you know, always doing something. But they also have the tendency to smolder, right? If they get mad, they throw something, whatever. So, on the face, You're going to look at the tips and corners of every other feature, and that shows how we communicate with words and hands. All wrinkles and associated past feelings are of the fire element, okay? So interesting, you know, the water element is like that regenerative, right? And it's the holder of the Jing, the energy. Fire is the actual wrinkles that form on the face, okay? And those stuck emotions, those emotions that you hold on to, that you smolder onto. That's an imbalance of fire, okay? They have bright eyes, big smiles, freckles. There's a redness to their skin, especially in the neck and chest area. There's a sharpness in features, and lots of lines show you their zest for life. So this woman's charming smile and freckles are the biggest signs of her fun, fiery personality. The sharp corners of her eyebrows, eyes, nose, and mouth, and the mischievous look in her eyes add fuel to the fire that comes from her heart. Doesn't she look like a community organizer, right? Like she's gonna be at like every single volunteer event in the community. She's probably the one organizing it, right? She's always got stuff going. Every time you see her, she's like, hi, you know? Like one of those people. Just always like, yeah, kind of person. Very flirtatious, that kind of stuff. Very fire. Oh, Earth. Earth are the teddy bears. They're the mother gooses. They look big and scary, but they're really sweet, right? They're warm and nurturing. That's the mother energy. They're comforting, calm, and stable, very grounding. They're sentimental emotionally, and they stay attached to people, places, and things. They like to savor the sweetness in life and enjoy the comforts of life as well as food. They are associated also with a lot of worry and sympathy, which keep people feeling connected, but can also make the earth person feel stuck and unable to act or think clearly, especially on their own. So this may be a quality where, say you don't want to move from a city that gives you just utter misery because you're so scared about how your family's going to be. That's an imbalance of earth. That's an earth thing, okay? Earthy people may be so worried about their kid that they get sick, you know? Or these are all qualities, you know what I'm saying? That's very earthy, right? So that's like an imbalance of earth. That's when you know, whoop, bring it back. You know, recover that Jing, baby. You know, that's it. On the face, you're going to look for mouth and lips, okay? The bridge of the nose, the eyelids, and the lower cheeks. It's responsible for fleshy parts of the face because of the ability to hold on, right? They hold on to people, places, things, and or money. So thus the fleshy part. They have a balanced color of skin, and typically they smell sweet, all right? They also have a softness to their features. So let me show you this lady here. The lovely softness of this woman's face, along with her full mouth, indicates an earth personality. She also has pretty money bags in her cheeks and kind eyes, showing the strength of the spleen and stomach. This is earth. I know we all know someone like this, where they give like the best hugs in the world, right? You just sob in there, and they're okay with you like leaving boogers on their shirt and stuff. Like they'll just hold you forever, you know? Those are earth. Now let's go to metal. I bet as soon as I said that, you thought of someone. Metal people, very distinct. They are cool, reflective, and unknowable. It has a dual nature to it, okay? Symbolizes everything and nothing. Great wealth and yet utter simplicity. Lofty ideas and petty details. Values the glamour and graciousness of the past, yet values the technology of the future. They are very analytical, okay? But here's one of the things emotionally that they can struggle with. There's an emotion of sorrow that turns to grief for what used to be, what could have been, or what will never be. They're always striving for perfection and suffer greatly when it's not achieved. People with strong metal are very aware of small problems, delicate nuances, and changes in mood, temperature, sound, and light. More comfortable inside in a clean environment. Remember, they're associated with lungs like clean air. So metal people also like a sanitized, clean environment. They like being indoors. And they're really good with boundaries, and they tend to have allergy issues. An example of a metal person, right? I have a friend who I'm pretty sure is a mix between metal and earth, okay? And she was telling me that she decorated her altar room, and for her, if there is a chair in the room that's supposed to be in the other room, the whole room is a mess. Right? Like, it's a chair, but she's like, oh my God, it's a mess. But like, for me, it would take so much more than just a chair, right, to make the room a mess. For her, nah. On the face, the vital features are the nose, the underbrow area, the cheekbones and the cheeks, and then the skin. There's a refined look and bone structure to a metal face, and they have a strong nose and symmetrical face. They also tend to have a fairer skin, okay? I'm going to show you a picture of a metal face. So this woman has a very symmetrical face with an aquiline nose, delicate eyebrows, and refined bone structure. Okay, sorry. So refined bone structure. She probably has quite good taste and is very sensitive to external stimuli and needs to live a beautiful life as required by those with strong lung energy. This is the person who you want to be filing your taxes. This is the best secretary in the world. This is the interior designer. This is the accountant from heaven, right? Oh yeah, baby. Metal. They will get that shit done, and they will cover every detail. For sure. Now, here comes the personality test for you to do your own. I'm going to hold it up, and you can take a screenshot and then do the test yourself and see which qualities you come up most of. I know for me, when I did it, I was actually really shocked at how close the water and the wood element were. But wood was definitely coming in more. And on my face structure, you can see, but it has more rounded elements that correlate also with the water. So I'm curious to see what mixes you are and what you notice within your personality and what your face shows. So without further ado, I hope you can see it. I'm going to try to bring it in closer. Maybe that helps. Okay. Well, I hope that helped. I hope to hear your responses. It's going to be cool to see who is what and what they're mixed with and all of that kind of stuff. All right. Many blessings on your journeys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.